Hello, Evie with Crystal Davis.
Golden Ricketts, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I am well. You've made my night. Before we get started, please go ahead and big up the greatest parish in Jamaica.
You're putting me on the spot. So I'm gonna big up St. Thomas because I was born there, and I'm also gonna big up St. Andrew because I grew up there.
I love that. I'll take that. 14.94 games record. You weren't playing about tonight, were you?
No, I definitely knew that the girls were coming out here to fight, so I had to bring my A game and war them.
What got you going? Was it the cold or was it something else?
It's the cold. I like competing in the cold for some strange reason, but then after the first jump, I feel like it got even colder, and then the breeze started changing. So, yeah, I don't know.
What's next for you in terms of achievement? Because this is your greatest career medal, isn't it?
Yes. Apart from the World Championships, yes, this is my first gold. So what's next? I have the Monaco Diamond League next week, and I'm also going to be participating at the Knockout Championships in Bahamas.
Amazing stuff. And how does it feel to inspire the little kids in St. Thomas? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them with their eyes gripped to the screen saying, I want to be like Golden Ricketts.
Yes, definitely. I hope to be an inspiration to them. I hope they see themselves in me. If them foot long, them can try the triple jump. You know, if them slim, them can try the triple jump or even high jump.
What if them have short foot?
If them have short foot, then can try to cast about foot short too.
Amazing. Best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
My followers, good afternoon, good evening, possibly good morning, all depends on where you're based in the world. Happy Sunday. How are all of you doing? Let me know in the comments section. I want to know how your weekend's been, guys. You don't have to ask about my weekend. Shall I sit up? Can you guys see that clearly? Yeah, I've had a decent weekend. Let me know how your weekend have been, guys. Let me know what you guys have been up to. How's your weekend been? Let me know in the comment section. Mr. Scott, you're here. Always the first person in the comment section. I don't know how you do it. Given when I make the announcement for these live stream, you're always on it. The ultimate 12 man. So, guys, we're back with another live stream. Please don't go quiet on me. Today. You guys were quiet on the last live stream, so please don't do that again today, right? So if you're coming into the stream, please do go ahead and hit the like button. And let me go ahead and bring up the headline for you so you can go ahead and give it a read. Of course, it's Sunday, so you know what that means. It means you're going to be talking about the Reggae Girls. And why not? It's the weekend of action review. Do it every Sunday with you guys. Ain't nothing changed. You're keeping it the same, keeping the consistency. And the headline reads for itself. If you don't want to read it, I'll go ahead and read it for you. It says Reggae Girls stamp their authority on the Conti Cup. We're going to be chatting a lot about the Conti Cup tonight, guys. I'm gonna try and see if I can wrap this one up in the hour. Can I do it in under an hour? That's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for under an hour with you guys. Not sure if I can do it on this live stream, but at least I'm going to be giving it a try. Let me get. What did I cook? That is the question. What did I cook today? Let's see if you guys know me well enough. I cook one particular dish just about every weekend of every month that comes. So with a brand new month, I cook one particular dish for that chosen week, and then I switch it up with every Sunday that comes my way. So let's see if you guys can have a guess. Let me know what's on the dinner menu as well, guys. You know how we do it over here. So please do let me know what's on the dinner menu. I might invite myself round for dinner. You never know. Mr. Wayne Evans, happy Sunday. How you doing? Who's your team, Wayne? Was it a happy weekend? Couple derbies swinging left, right, and center. We're going to be talking about the derbies, by the way, before I... he does know me. Correct. I can't even lie to you. Correct. Yes, Mr. Evans. Who do you support? I can't remember if you've told me your team already. If you have told me already, then I apologize. Clearly, I've forgotten. So, was it a good weekend for you? Was it a happy Sunday for you? Oh, wow. Okay. Do we need to go there later on in the show? Do we need to go there? It's about the Reggae Girls, but like I said, it's been a perfect weekend for certain teams. So it would be wrong of me not to touch on what happened elsewhere in the men's side of the game. I know on my last Reggae Girls news and updates, I did ask you guys if you want us to touch on other topics outside of the live stream, so outside of the traditional conversation, and you guys said yes. So I've taken your advice, your instructions, and we're going to throw something else in there that has nothing to do with the Reggae Girls. So hopefully you guys enjoy that part of the show as well. Right, so let's go ahead and bring up that headline again once more. And it's a good headline as well. Reggae Girls stamped their authority on the Conti Cup. You should know by now that that is the cup currently being held by Bunny and Manchester City. Remember, they did win it last season, guys. I was at that game for you all, taking in Drew Spence, who was then a player of Chelsea, and the final was a Reggae Girls clash, Reggae Girls derby, as I like to call it. I always call it the Reggae Girls derby when it's Reggae Girl versus Reggae Girl for their respective clubs. So last season in the finals, it was Chelsea versus Manchester City in the Conti Cup, or you can refer to it as the League Cup. And it was Bunny that came out on top on that occasion. So they are currently the holders of the Conti Cup. And you should know by now that it was almost deja vu in terms of the two teams that lined up in the Women's FA Cup final at Wembley. That one on that occasion was Manchester City versus Chelsea, another Reggae Girls derby. And on that occasion, it was Drew Spence, Big Drew, and Manchester City that came out on top, right? So etch that into the back of your minds that the Conti Cup currently sits at the Etihad with Manchester City, right? So let's go ahead and look at a couple of the results there where our Reggae Girls are concerned. If I can find the right tab, that is, because you should know me by now that I have a million and one different tabs open for you guys. So let's see if we can get up the right tab and then we can get going. Okay, where are we? So there we are. You should be able to see this one on your screen. If you can't see it, then let me know in the comment section and I will go ahead and do my best to put things right for you. So we're going to start where it matters to us. And simply, if we're looking from the top, again, we are focusing on Reggae Girls. So not potential Reggae Girls. We're focusing on girls that are already in the pipeline. So this is a bit of a dead giveaway where we're starting, isn't it? We're starting right here where it says 2-1 to Spurs. And you should know by now that Tottenham is the club belonging to Rebecca Spencer. And also, don't worry, she's okay. She was unfortunately on this occasion slotted on the bench, but you can see the upwards arrow. So that simply means that Big Drew came on into the game to help Spurs, and that is Tottenham Hotspurs, record a 2-1 victory over Reading. And again, guys, if you are just tuning in, I'm taking my eyes off the comment section, but I'm giving you the latest updates on the Conti Cup. So I'm going to give that one another read for you. That is Drew Spence and Rebecca Spencer's Tottenham Hotspurs opened their Continental League Cup campaign with a 2-1 victory against Reading. Now, if you go to the next club that is relevant to us, see if I can find them from a glance. I can find them. This one's a bit of an upsetting read. I can't deny it. It's always a bit of an upsetting read when it's the Reggae Girl that's received a bit of a blow there. And you should know the club that matters to us on this occasion. We're looking at London City, and that is the home belonging to Atlanta Premise. You should be able to read this one for yourself, but if you don't want to go ahead and read it, I'll read it for you. Atlanta Premise and London City Lionesses, or if you want to call them London City, whichever floats your boat, they unfortunately lost 10-9 on penalties in their London derby against West Ham. So we can go ahead and click on the lineup because I know that's what you guys are more concerned about. So there you go. You can go ahead and see Atlanta Premise right there in front of your faces on the screen. Let me see if the screen's still working for you guys. Yes, it is. And I will be back with you guys there in the comment section. Just allow me to get through the roundup there in the Conti Cup. Next club that is relevant to us is Birmingham City, and you should know who plays for Birmingham City. And if you don't know by now, I'll go ahead and give you a friendly reminder. I'll give you a little gentle reminder there, guys. Although I should sound like a bit of a broken record to the majority of you. Birmingham City, that is the club belonging to Siobhan Wilson, and this is a bit of a pretty reading, isn't it? And on this occasion, it is Siobhan Wilson and Birmingham City. They engineered a 3-2 victory over Brighton and Hove Albion. Again, you can see the number 14 there. That's being done by Siobhan Wilson. Now, if we go back a little step and we look at another team that is relevant to us, two teams I should say that is relevant to us. Bittersweet. This one is bittersweet. You should know by now that Bristol City is the club belonging to Shania Hales, and Crystal Palace is the home of Paige Bailey Gale. It's a bit of an obvious scoreline, isn't it? Shania Hales, Bristol City beating Paige Bailey Girls, Crystal Palace. Now, here's a bit more of a positive spin if we're looking at the Eagles and also looking at Paige Bailey Girl. We know that she made her, she was on the bench. That was first time that she made the Crystal Palace's squad last week. First time this season. Of course, she was nursing a injury, having signed on as the summer signing there for the Eagles. So here's what matters most to us, since we're just focusing on the Reggae Girls and Reggae Girls only. If I scroll down, you should see what you want to see, and there you go in the center of the screen for you. Paige Bailey Girl made her debut off the bench in a 4-0 defeat against Shania Hayes, Bristol City. So you should get what I mean when I say it's a little bit bittersweet. Don't really know how else to put it for you guys, but it is definitely bittersweet. But at least there's positives there to focus on. I'll be back. Do we need to have a word with the fifth official? Is that what you're saying? That we might need to go and have a word with the fifth official? So that is how things is looking in the Conti Cup. I did mention earlier on to you guys that um that Manchester City are the current holders. You should notice that I didn't mention the likes of Arsenal and Manchester City. Again, City is the club belonging to Khadija Banishaw, and they are the current holders of the Conti Cup. Now, here's the reason why. The three clubs who have qualified for the 2022-2023 UEFA Women's Champions League, that be it Chelsea, Arsenal, and Manchester City. We're talking about top flight of English women's football here, guys. Will be exempt from the group stage and will enter at the quarterfinals. However, should Arsenal or Manchester City exit the Women's Champions League in round 1 or 2, we already know the outcome to that. Unfortunately, it was deja vu again for Manchester City and Real Madrid. They exited the Champions League at the qualifying rounds. They will enter the FA Women's Continental Tires League Cup at the group stage and will be drawn in the existing group of 4 in the appropriate geographical grouping, right? So we're going to be looking at Manchester City in a bit, and the group stage for you guys is information runs from the 1st to the 2nd of October, so that was this weekend gone, through to the 17th and the 18th of December. With the quarterfinals, you might want to etch this ones in the back of your brains, guys. The quarterfinals is scheduled for the 25th to the 26th of January. The semifinals is penciled for the 8th to the 9th of February, and the finals is scheduled to be played between the 4th or the 5th of March. So those are the only dates there that's relevant to us as things stands where the Reggae Girls are concerned. Now I'm going to go over and look at those that scoreline again, full-time scoreline there for a couple of the teams there that's relevant to us. Also going to be looking at Bonnie Shaw and her team. So here is how the full-time scorelines are looking, guys, there. Teams that's relevant for us, let me just reiterate, that is Tottenham, Drew Spence and Rebecca Spencer. They defeated Reading 2-1. Lionesses, unfortunately, they lost 10-9 on penalties against West Ham. And Birmingham City, that's the home belonging to Siobhan Wilson. Let me just backtrack a little bit just to give you another gentle reminder. London City Lionesses, that's the home belonging to Atlanta Primus. And Birmingham City, as I was saying, is the home belonging to Siobhan Wilson. They defeated Brighton and Hove Albion 3-2. Bristol City, this is your Reggae Girls derby. Bittersweet, it always is bittersweet. But if you want to be like me, you can't really be miserable because either way, you're winning or drawing, right? So that's the way I like to look at it. Bristol City, that is the home of Shania Hills, and they were 4-0 triumphant winners over Paige Bailey Girls, Crystal Palace, and Paige has come off the bench there to make her debut for the Eagles. Now, let me go and give you guys something else there that is completely relevant to you guys there, where Manchester City is concerned. I'll give you a look at their group. They are in Group B, so you might want to etch that into the back of your minds. City are placed in Group B, and this is how things look for them as things stand. If I can click on that for you, you can see there that they are the only team that have yet to play a game. All the other teams have played. So in their group, they've got Leicester City, Liverpool, Sunderland, and Blackburn were Rovers. I can look at Group A for you, just to keep us all on the same page. We have Aston Villa, Durham, Sheffield United, Manchester United, and Everton. In Group C, Group C is where it's a little bit spicy in Group C with the Reggae Girls there. Birmingham City sits at the top of the table, and we also have London City Lionesses in third place, and the other two teams that make up that group there is West Ham United and Brighton. And if we scroll down to Group D, another Reggae Girls sitting at the top of the table, and that's how it should be. Any given table, we have Shania Hills and Bristol City. Unfortunately, at the bottom of the table, for the time being, you have Crystal Palace and Paige Bailey Gale. In Group in Group E, where is my alphabet going? In Group E, guys, in second place at the moment, you have Drew Spence and Rebecca Spencer, right? So you should be up to date there with the Continental or the Conti, if you want to keep it short, the Conti Cup results where the Reggae Girls are concerned. Hope they win all the finals and the league. Hope win the Golden Boot this season. Yes. Yeah. I mean, she's got it in her locker. She can do it, but I don't know. I don't know for City. I've already said that they're off the pace at the moment, and it's been like that for a while, hasn't it? Since last season. It's a shame because it's a club that I admire. It's a team that I enjoy watching, both for the men's side of the game and the women's side of the game. I do actually enjoy watching them, more so for the women's team, obviously, because Bunny's there and Manchester City's men. I don't think they need any introduction. Of course, if you love football, you're going to love watching them play, unless you support the red half of Manchester. We're gonna get into it before I close off. We're definitely touching on a certain team in Manchester. Good, it is a good day, isn't it? Bettis, I bet you got a little pep in your step. Good day, Hot Chili. Good day, Miss Brown. How you? My coach working for looking to suck. You better behave yourself when you come up against us. None of what I saw earlier on today, and that was some showing. There's two games that I was focusing on. Thankfully, the top of the table clash over in Hungary there that started. I would say maybe half an hour, something along those lines, before that Manchester derby there. So yeah, and I despite the scoreline in that game, we're gonna get into that in some minutes time. Actually enjoyed watching it. I wish more people would tune into Hungarian football, because you're seeing what's happening with the men's side of the game, right? And there's some quality footballers, women's footballers playing in playing in Hungary at the moment. RR, happy Sunday, sir. How you? Categories, is the six real? I don't know, guys. Tell me, the six real? The red half of Manchester mourning their losses right now. Hey, I don't want none of them to unsubscribe from the channel, so I don't want to seem like I'm picking sides. So I'm neutral, all right? For those of you who are wondering. Good day, Mr. Smith, Mr. Robert Smith. How you? How you doing? Them lose, but Khadija will still score if her teammates pass the ball to her and say, and Lauren Hemps. Interesting observation. Interesting observation. If you're just tuning in, this is what the live stream today's show is all about. Focusing heavily, as we usually do on Reggae Girls on a Sunday for the weekend of action review. And I've already given you guys the latest updates on their Continental Cup performance, or the Conti Cup performance there for our Reggae Girls. And if you want to hear what I've said, you might have to just pause and just backtrack a little bit. Almost 20, well, over 21 minutes gone, so I'm on track here, guys. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm just gonna keep it real simple for the next one, and here's what we're going to do. I think it is now time to let's see, I'm gonna try and do something for you guys. 1 second there. Sometimes Google can be so unreliable when it comes to bringing up these results on screen, because honestly, the game's finished well over 6 hours ago, and the results isn't available to show you guys on screen. So I'm gonna try and give you guys a different method. Right, I'm gonna give you a quick little read there, quick little glance over in Scotland. And if we're going to Scotland, you should know the reason why we're doing that. I almost exited on my screen in front of you guys, which would have been a disaster. If we're going to Scotland, you should know that we're looking for Kayla McCoy and Rangers, and also Bayan Sampson and Hearts as well. So this is what matters most to us. Slightly what matters most to us. I know what you guys want to see is, where is Kayla McCoy. As you can see there, another strong performance in the Sky Sports Cup. Healthy scoreline for Rangers, beating their opponents 5-0. And if I just click on their scroll down, I'm trying to avoid any videos there, see if I could get something for you guys, because I know what you guys are keeping your eyes peeled for. So there she is. No, that's who you guys are looking out for. So there is Kayla McCoy, right? So we're gonna go over to Hearts now and give you guys their results. Incredibly frustrating that these results aren't showing up on the usual method. So just bear with me there, guys. So in the meantime, let me see what you guys are. The team lacks chemistry, but Bunny should have played more last season. I think we can definitely agree that Bunny should have played more last season. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and assume the reason why Bunny didn't play more last season. But yeah, I agree with you. She 100% should have been given more game time. I think this season City's probably got their backs against the wall, hence seeing Bunny in the starting 11 more regularly than we did last season. I remember last season was quite frustrating, always seeing her come off the bench. And of course, when she's put in that position, she's either scoring or assisting. So yeah, this season they don't really have a choice but to play her, do they? Which is great for us. Um, but let's see where they finish this campaign. They're already out of the Champions League, which I know will be a huge disappointment to them. Hopefully they can crack on in the league, maybe retain the Conti Cup. I say that there's still a few Reggae Girls that could win the Conti Cup. And to be honest with you, I don't really mind who wins it, just as long as it stays with a Reggae Girl, and we're pretty much spread across the board. So the likelihood of that happening it is feasible. It definitely can happen. I'm trying to bring up the scoring for the Hearts game. So before I close off, I'm gonna try and bring that up for you guys. I was trying to do a separate screen share, but it's just not working at the moment. So um I'm gonna try and give you guys that for a different method. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna move on because I did say that I want to touch on a couple other leagues, and I also want to see if I can give you guys this wrap up within the hour. So yeah, let me go ahead and see if I can go ahead and do that for you guys. True Bunny have played, as I said, my coaching work for the sack. Causing people to lose their job left, right, and center. Just like I said, when you come over to the Emirates or when we come to the Etihad, be kind, behave yourself. I think that's going to be a mouth-watering clash. So what we're gonna do now, guys, I will be going back to Scotland before I close off on the show. Hopefully, I can bring up the results in front of us. Right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to Hungary, and I guess I should probably put this on the screen in front of you guys, so you can see what I'm looking at. Should be able to read this one, and it makes for a good reading. That's if you support Victoria and also Marla Smithman. Before it was looking a little bit bleak for them, wasn't it? If you look at a couple of their results since the start of the season, heavy defeats. Not really getting going. You can see here, if we're looking down here, let's just go back quickly, guys. 7 games played so far, and they finally got some positive news there, and they have drawn 12 against their opponents in yesterday's fixture. So what that means is currently they're sat in 9th position in the league, and I know who you guys are wanting to also keep an eye on. And if we just take a moment to just look at the table. Like I said, today was a top of the table clash, and this was the game that I actually watched today. And as I said to you guys before, enjoyed it. Few spells of positivity there for Tiffany Cameron. Irrespective of the results, which you guys will be seeing. She played in a number of positions, playing central, out wide, dropping deep, doing defensive duties. Pretty much covering all grounds, and it was fairly, let's just go ahead, actually, like I said, cast your eyes on the matches played, games won, and so on. And unfortunately, they've picked up their first league defeat there of the season, and it was against Tiffany Cameron's former club, and they're a pain. I think that's the best way of saying it against this side. They're an absolute pain. You can look at their goal difference, is stupidity. 6-3 is their goal difference, guys. Just outrageous. But to be fair, like I said to you guys, so maybe I don't know if you guys actually watched this match, but right up until call it the second goal, I thought that it was pretty even-ish, with Tiffany's former club having the cutting edge. Hence the reading of the scoreline, losing 4-0 there in the top of the table clash. 21 points. They're leading the table 21 points, and Tiffany's side, Eto FC that is, are on 18 points. 7 games played apiece. Not bad, not a bad record to hold on to. The only other side there that's boasting their unbeaten record is the leaders and also the team sat in third place. I'll be hoping and praying that these guys here don't go a season unbeaten for obvious reasons. So we're gonna be keeping an eye on how things are in Hungary. Keeping an eye on Tiffany Cameron's team, Eto FC, and also keeping an eye on Marlo Sweatman's Victoria FC as well. All right, so just a gentle reminder there. Eto FC currently sat second in the table, and Victoria are sat ninth in the table. Them making some really top players leave the club. Yeah, outrageous. And yeah, just and where was the one that pretty much put their nail in the coffin in the Champions League? So it's just something's going on there. Something's definitely going on there. I don't know what it is, but it's not even adding up, is it? It's just not adding up at all with Manchester City. So something is going on there for sure. Mr. Tennessee Lewis, how are you, sir? Happy Sunday. How you doing? How's things in your neck of the woods? And we can take a quick little sidestep, and you guys would have known if you're following my Instagram, that is, you should know the next result. You should know the outcome of the next game that I'm about to bring up. I'm going over to the Czech Republic to check on Alika Keen and Slavia Prague, and you guys should know the end results of this one. What we're gonna do is we're gonna click on their past result just so you can see that they're not playing about this season, are they? Not that they usually do. I'm already recorded a 12-0 victory, an 8-0 victory, heavy, hefty scoreline. And on yesterday's occasion, one real positive from this one is that Alika Keen received the full 90 in her tank, and that was clearly topped off with a 8-0 victory over their opponents. I've already shown you guys a little glimpse of their past results this season. So this is the second time. Can I can I go back a little bit? Yes, I can. This is the second time this season. You can see their Plzeň, I think that's how you pronounce their name, on the 17th of September. They felt the wrath of Slavia Prague, and they were handed an 8-0 defeat, similar to yesterday's opponents. So, 5 games played apiece with the two top teams there in the top flight of Czech Republic women's football. They've got a game in hand. As you can see, the majority of the teams there have played 6 matches. Of course, Slavia Prague, they have advanced to the group stage of the UEFA Women's Champions League, and that is the first time in their club history under the new format. So hence the 5 games being played, where the majority of the league have played 6 matches. You can clearly see there, quite similar to how the league looks with, say, for example, the Hungarian top division, Tiffany Cameron's healthy goal difference there with Eto FC, Slavia Prague, and Alika Keen also drumming up a healthy goal difference. No surprise when you're tucking teams in for fun. 12-0, 8-0, and so on. They've got a goal difference as things stand of 33. Maximum points 15 in the bag for Slavia Prague and Alika Keen. And what we're going to do is we're going over to Sweden, and I must sound like a broken record when I talk about Swedish women's football, top division, that is. And I it's pretty much more of the same. Sat at the bottom of the table there, and that is the club belonging to Chinilu Asha, right? And I know what you guys want to see, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show it to you instead of playing around. You can see the arrow pointing up, so that simply means that Chinilu Asha came off on the bench, and it's another unfortunate defeat there. I'm gonna say what I've been saying over the last couple of weeks. I do hope that this is her last season. I hope and pray to God that she's searching. I hope her agent is doing the Lord's work and trying to find a new club for her. new league ideally. I think we touched on Chinelu maybe if not on the last live stream, the live stream before with these Reggae Girls Weekend of Action update, and she's played in at least 5 different countries already, if my memory serves me well. So she's no stranger to testing the waters and getting uncomfortable, playing out of the norm, playing in countries that I am assuming isn't part of her mother tongue, right? I'm actually going to, because it's just frazzling my brain at the moment. Let me just go ahead and check these countries that Chinelu has played in. I know I gave it to you guys last week, but I've actually forgotten. So just a gentle reminder. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I said 5. I was wrong there, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different countries that she's played in. And I probably just bear with me there, guys. I'm coming. 1 second. Yeah, I thought so. I know I'm just looking back at my notes from last week with Chinelu Asha. So that's Kazakhstan, Colombia, USA, Norway, and also Sweden as well. Couple of the countries there that she's played in. So again, outside of her mother tongue, different culture, new place of trying to stabilize stability. I guess I'm assuming yes, financially, mentally, physically, definitely sure she wants to up her game with each and every league that she tests herself in. But I don't know about you. I just feel like she just need to close the curtain on Sweden, with all due respect to Sweden. Grateful that they've given our girl a chance, but that club, I think she needs to just move on to a different challenge. And yeah, fancy seeing her playing in a different league. I know the league that I would like to see her playing. Let me know where you guys would like to see Chinelu Asha play her football, if she doesn't decide to stay in Sweden. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say, based off the fact that she doesn't stay in one place for too long, and also I'm pretty sure she wants to get as much football in her tank as possible. Given that, how old is she at the moment? She's 29, 30 next year. Pretty sure she wants to be signing off on her career, having covered all grounds, and she's done fairly well for herself. So yeah, I think that's something that we should keep an eye on, guys. Where will Chinelu Asha be playing her football next season? I don't know. She might move somewhere before the end of the year. I haven't got a clue. These are just my assumption. But yeah, would be nice to see Chinelu test the waters somewhere else, a bit like what we've seen over the last couple of days, given the announcements of Trudy Carter moving to Spain, and also Yasmin moving over to France as well. So I'll be keeping my eye on Chinelu Ash's movements. No idea if anything I've said will even come to fruition, guys. It's just my opinion. Blakey, good day. How you? Happy Sunday. PSG did one, but she PSG one was a that was a rumor. I don't know who engineered that one, but that was a rumor. I don't want it to leave England just yet. I've already said if Miedema is to leave Arsenal, then yeah, I would like to see Bunny at Arsenal if Miedema leaves Arsenal. Only because I think if she was to come now, with Miedema still there, it would probably be more of the same what we saw when she first joined Manchester City. I think this maybe could be Miedema's last season at Arsenal, and yeah, I think Bunny would be the ideal replacement. And if that's the case, then that's a player's name that's gonna go on my back. I haven't put a player's name on my back in well over a decade, because it's not really something I like doing just because of player and their disloyalty. But yeah, I think if she made the move to Arsenal, then I would I would go ahead and do that. I mean, England league is the best in the world. Norway's league is the best in the world. All the bottom team in the USA have world class players. Someone was going back and forth with me on this some months back, saying that England have the best league in the world, and I was pointing out that you can't overlook the NWSL, top flight of women's football across the pond in the United States. So interesting observation again. Yeah. Spain is it for me at the moment. Spain is it. If it is financially feasible, for me to take a trip to Spain at some point, to watch. At the moment is Trudy, standing over there by herself. Yeah, I would fancy taking a trip to Spain. But yeah, Spain is it at the moment. That's growing. That's a league to keep an eye on. The Jamaican women playing all over the globe. It's so refreshing to see all over the globe. They're everywhere, here and there. All right. So yeah, I had to take a quick little look at last week's notes with Chinalu, just to see where she's played, because it just slipped my mind. Although I made the notes myself, sometimes I have to just double check a few things rather than feeding you guys false news. All right, so since we spoke about Trudy Carter, let's go over to Trudy Carter, and this one, still new-ish to her team. Well, not even new-ish, definitely new to her surroundings. She made the club, I should say, Levante, made a announcement that they had signed Trudy Carter. It feels like it was like, what was this, almost a week ago, guys? Time flies. I did do a post on it on Instagram, and I also spoke about it on here with you guys. Since then, she's made her debut, also bagged her first goal for Levante in such a short turnaround. And this is another positive reading here for Levante. And also, Trudy Carter. I'm going to give you guys what you want, because all you want to know is, where is Trudy Carter? So you know what this means when you see the arrow pointing up. It simply means that she came off the bench. And let me go ahead and show you at what point Trudy came into the game, because I know that's all you guys care about. Really wanting to look at the result. Just want to know, did she play? Yes, she did. As she came into the game in the 68th minute, and she did so. They're drumming up a little bit of a winning momentum there, beating their today's opponents 3-1. And previously, this is what they did in the Copa de la Reina. I think that's how they pronounce it. This is where Trudy got her first goal for Levante some days ago. So this one's played on Tuesday. So at the moment, they're drumming up somewhat of a winning momentum, right? And see what you guys are saying in the comments section. Let Asha go to a top club, to a top. Let Asha go to a top Spain club. Then we'll make more. Yeah, exactly. That's where I want her. I definitely want to see her play in Spain. I think the way the Spanish play their football, it suits her game. So my money is on Spain. I don't have a clue. I don't even have a clue if she wants to leave Sweden, or if her agent is even trying to get her out after. I'll be shocked if they're not, to be honest with you. But yeah, that is where my money would go. My money would go on Chinalu going to Spain. Again, that's what I would like to see happen. Doesn't mean it's actually going to happen, does it? So since we're in Spain, let's take a little trip over to France real quick, guys. And we're going to look at FC Flohi, and this is the team belonging to Chantel Swaby. You would have noticed by now that she's no longer playing in Scotland with Kayla McCoy. And they've bounced back, and I say they've bounced back. If you've looked at last weekend's 2-1 defeat over PSG, it should be at the bottom of your screen there where my arrow is pointing. And yesterday, they produced a 1-1 draw against their opponent. And see if I can find what you guys. There is Chantel Swaby there for you. So that is how things is looking at the moment in France with Chantel Swaby, and they are currently sat in sixth place. And you can look at the depth of quality that stands above them. Four matches played, one win, two draws, one loss, 5 points in their back pocket. Three of the stellar teams above them, the obvious Lyon sitting at the top of the league, PSG sits just below it. You have Paris FC, Montpellier, Stade Reims. We all know Stade Reims, don't we, guys? Wonderful moments, wonderful moments. So yeah, that is how she's looking there, and I guess we can look at GPSO 92 Issy. That is the new club belonging to Yasmin Jameson. Did say that she made a move. The announcement came this week, and this is also the club belonging to Den Blackwood as well. So this is how they're looking as things stand. Hopefully, they can polish up on how they've started their league and where they look to finish. Tell the truth, just the money makes some of those top players leave them club and go to England Women's League. Yeah, I mean they make the quality of the league better, don't they? But yeah, I remember going toe to toe with someone. I can't remember who it was about which league is better, NWSL or the WSL, and they weren't having it. They were hell bent on the WSL being the better league. Don't ask me who the subscriber was. If they're listening, then give me a gentle reminder, because I can't even remember who I was going toe to toe with. So I still can't get that result up on the screen there for you guys. So give me a short little moment whilst I try and do something for you guys. And yeah, I've managed to do it in under the hour. So I know you guys said you want to look at stuff. Maybe the odd news that has nothing to do with the Reggae Girls or with the particular live stream. So just bear with me one moment. I think I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. It always is the case. It's one thing that's so irks me sometimes with women's football. It's like trying to get wine from a rock at times. Like it's things that should be so dead easy. It's like so hard to find, guys. It's really annoying at times. If you don't have a love and passion for women's football, I swear to you, you would give up. You would 100% give up. So I'm gonna just do it a different way for you guys because Google is taking liberties. So here's what we're going to do to give you what you are after in terms of the only other results there that matters to us. I think I'm going to, I don't want to get a copyright for that, so let's keep it right here. Let's switch. British Women's. All right, yeah, let's do that. Can't even move around the internet as freely, you know, guys, because if I'm trying to avoid these copyrights, a little bit tough at times. And there is the other results that's relevant to us. Hearts winning 5-4 on penalties against Spartans in the Sky Sports Cup round 2 fixtures. Only other result there that matters to us, as I've already stated, is Rangers putting Queen's Park to bed, beating them 5-0. Right? Let's see what you guys are saying there. Look how much world class players in England, the best players play in England. Sanka, Leanne Miedema, Khadija Shaw, Beth Mead, Russell, and more. But the style of playing already. I hear you. I hear you. I hear where you're going with that. The headline reads for itself. If you don't want to read it, I'll go ahead and read it for you. Reggae Girl stamped their authority on the Conti Cup. And if you're just tuning in, you would have missed the majority of what I had to say. Actually, you've missed everything that needed to be stated with regards to the Reggae Girls and the Conti Cup. So I have listened to you guys, and I'm going to be giving you news that is unrelated to um our live stream. All right, let's see if I can get it up. I'm pretty sure you guys know where I'm going with this one. All right, I did say before I close off, it's only right that I touch on a few things here and there. I was being taunted some weeks ago, not even some weeks ago, some days ago. My apologies. I got itchy nose. Sorry, guys. I was being taunted left, right, and center. I could not catch a break. I couldn't believe it. My own subscribers were really sticking their teeth in. But I'm happy on this occasion that my team, we're looking at men's football now, guys, because it was Derby weekend there, North London Derby, and also the Manchester Derby. I remember a few of you saying that we were going to lose this one. Nice try, have a very cute of you. And scoreline pretty much reads for itself, doesn't it? Arsenal painted the skies red in North London, having defeated Tottenham 3-1 at the Emirates Stadium. And that really did set the tone for my weekend. I was delighted. I was happy. Bit of a tricky one when your team goes first for any given weekend. Early kickoff, you're looking, you're thinking, I'm a little bit tired. You're trying to soldier through, and you're hoping and praying to God that you win, because if they lose, that's your weekend done and dusted. You're miserable. So I'm glad on this occasion that there was no upset, and Arsenal handled business. Then came a showdown. Supposed to be a spectacular clash, spectacular scoreline. I don't think the Man United fans would agree that it was a spectacular clash. Probably feeling a little bit agitated. This one was just incredible. Couldn't believe what I was seeing before my eyes. And if you missed the results, you can go ahead and cast your eyes on the center of this screen. I can't remember the last time I watched a Premier League match where two players from the same team scored a hat trick, and that's exactly what happened in this game in the Manchester Derby. Hat trick heroes, Haaland and Foden, and it was Haaland, Foden, and Manchester City that showed their superiority with a 6-3 victory over Manchester United. Not so bad when you're a noisy neighbor. Actually, when you're the noisy neighbor, no one likes you because you tend to do things that irritates people. So maybe the noisy neighbor is actually the more appropriate name for them, suited name for them. Conti Cup going to be renamed the Reggae Girls Cup in the future. I'm hearing that. I'm feeling that. I like that. Definitely like that. Good day, Mr. Reed. How are you? How you doing? What's going on with the Reggae Girls? Well, they've marching on in the Conti Cup. Some positive results there. If I can go over my notes for you, Drew Spence and Rebecca Spencer and Tottenham opened their Continental Cup League campaign with a 2-1 win against Reading. Atlanta Promise and London City Lionesses lost 10-9 on penalties in their London derby against West Ham. Siobhan Wilson and Birmingham City engineered a 3-2 victory over Brighton and Hove Albion. Reggae Girls Derby in the Conti Cup, and that was a game between Shania Hills, Bristol City, and Crystal Palace's Paige Bailey Girl. Paige Bailey Girl made her debut off the bench for Crystal Palace in a 4-0 defeat against Shania Hills's Bristol City. So that's how they're looking there in the cup, and I've already gone over where they sit in the league as well. Hot chili, you were one of the people that told me I was going to lose that one. You were one of the people that were doubting my side there. I came on. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No problem at all. Better late than never. Thank you for joining in. Thank you to those of you who hit the like button on the live stream. I'm slowly winding down, and looks like I can actually nail this in the under the hour target that I set for myself. And to think United was undermining Haaland, were they? Which United fan would undermine Haaland? I'm going to switch the topic just a little bit here. I'm pretty sure by now, given that we're all what's happened here. Let me go back. One second, guys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure by now, guys, given that we're all football fans, that we would have heard of the tragedy in Indonesia. And it's one of those things that it just reminds me that yes, it is heavily unfortunate, but it just reminded me that, one, when you go to a game, you expect to return home. But it just, like I said, reminded me that when you make it through your front door, it is always a underrated blessing. So again, I'm pretty sure you guys heard of the awful tragedy in Indonesia. Thoughts and prayers to those of the victim's family or friends, loved ones, whoever is affected by the news which broke. I believe it was yesterday. And in case you guys are out the loop, let me go ahead and bring you guys up to speed with this one and give you guys, trying to avoid any copyrights again with these videos in front of me. At least 125 people have died in a crash at an Indonesian football match that has become one of the world's worst stadium disasters. So I don't think I need to go any further with that one. Pretty much tells you everything that you need to know. Again, thoughts and prayers to the victim's family and to anyone who is affected by that news. I say again, when you leave your house and you come home, it's an underrated blessing. When you go to a football match or wherever, you expect to come home. So it is heavily unfortunate. And thoughts and prayers to everyone. I thought the match was at Spurs. No, no. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, when we go to Spurs, it is tricky, and when they come to us, it is also tricky as well. My bro, good day. How you? Um, always saying the right things. Thank you very much. Watch our neighbor. She is. Are you giving me some homework? Take a snapshot. So yeah, I've managed to hit the nail on the head with that one. I did say I want to do it in inside the hour, under an hour, I think I said. And I've managed to do exactly that. So I'm proud of myself. I've got about maybe 2 more minutes with you guys until I sign off. This would probably be the new time that we do things, guys. I can't usually I would just be going live. I've had to go about 1 hour earlier than usual. I did say to you guys that I can't give you guys late live streams no more. I know I would rather operate with your time schedule, but it's becoming less feasible for me to do so. Right. So I can no longer give you guys those later live stream unless I don't have a choice, if it's for example a match day and we need to do a live watch along. But outside of that, I don't think I can do that no more. So yes, we're going to be doing things around about the same time each week. I haven't made my mind up on a time. Maybe you guys could make a suggestion for a time that you guys think you'll be available, and I will see what works for myself as well. Yeah. Haiti. Be hoping and praying that they qualify through the intercontinental playoffs there for the World Cup. And we have reached the end of the show, guys. So before I forget my manners, you guys there in the comment section, you are the ultimate 12 man. Thank you for listening to me for the best part of an hour. Let's call it an hour because the clock is ticking to the 1 hour mark. Thank you for tuning in to another Reggae Girls Weekend of Action preview. We know that we're now going into the international break, except we are left scratching our heads because there is no camp for the Reggae Girls. Just about every other serious country have a camp, and we'll be playing at least 2 games respectively. So we won't be doing that. We'll be left scratching our heads. So you can scratch your head and join me. Maybe we could do that in unison. I'll be back during the week as well. I'll find something for us to talk about. I'm sure there will be something that pops up if you're out and about on your journey. I hope that you make it home safe and sound. I hope your weekend's gone well as well, guys. If you're just tuning in, kindly go ahead and hit that like button. I hope you've had a smashing weekend. And with the new week ahead, I hope that it goes according to plan or exceeds expectations. So have a smashing week when it comes, guys, and I will be seeing you during the week. If you're new to the channel, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also go ahead and hit the like button. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for listening to me, and until next time, take care.
I'm John Barnes, and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.